What's up, guys? Steve here with your stimulus check update, and we have new information regarding when you can expect to see that next stimulus check. Now, we're hearing that there is a big push from lawmakers to get this out right away. We've heard that the bill could be ready this week to be voted on in the House next week, and also we're hearing there are a lot of lawmakers calling to make modifications to make these checks bigger and even monthly. So I'm going to get you caught up on the latest. We have new details about eligibility and some of the things that are going to be included in this stimulus check, and of course, when you can expect to see it. So I'm going to get you guys caught up on the latest as of this morning, January the 29th. But before we dive in, if you could do me a quick favor, if you like and appreciate these video updates, just take a second to smash the like button. I would appreciate it. It helps out the channel. Like button, leaving your comments, and sharing these videos out to anybody that you think might need to see them. It helps out the channel. Thank you so much. And also, if you're not already a part of the viewing community, be sure to smash the subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so that way as soon as I upload videos, you can be notified right away. And if you don't already, be sure to follow me on Instagram as well at SteveRam3. I do my best to respond to as many comments as I can here on YouTube, but I don't get to them all, so Instagram is also a great way to reach me as well. But now let's go ahead and dive into the latest that we have regarding the next stimulus checks and when you can expect to see them hit your account. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and dive right in, and let's start off with the two new Georgia senators who said during their campaign that if you elected them, you would get another stimulus check. Well, what they're saying is they want to make sure that they keep that promise. So a link in the description below to this article that just came out that reads, Georgia Senators Press Administration, Senate Dems on Pandemic Relief. And it says, Georgia Senators Raphael Warnock and John Ossoff, both of whom won January runoff elections on the promise of a Democratic Senate passing another round of direct pandemic payments, have pushed their caucus for speedy action on the issue. Now, both Warnock and Ossoff, in a lunchtime call with Senate Democrats and White House economic advisors Thursday, described the pledge as pivotal to their respective victories, according to the newspaper. Now, Senator Richard Blumenthal said that the general consensus in the meeting was the need for quick, decisive action on another round of stimulus check relief. So what we're hearing from them is that they want to get these checks out right away, because they're saying during their campaign, they promised that you would be getting checks, and they want to make sure that they fulfill that promise. So they're amongst those that are pushing to get this done right away. Now, in addition to that, I'll let you guys know yesterday we heard from Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi, who said they're going to have something ready this week to be voted on next week. And it actually is addressed in this article. Let's continue reading. It says, the meeting occurred the same day that Speaker Nancy Pelosi said the House and the Senate were set to vote on budget resolution next week. And she said, by the end of the week, we will be finished with the budget resolution, which will also be about reconciliation if we need it. So we heard that the bill could be ready this week. Now, with that being said, that means any modifications to the bill or the provisions in it, they need to be taken care of like right now. And what we saw was yesterday, 50 lawmakers from the House of Representatives came forth and said they want to change the stimulus checks. They want to make them larger, and they want to make them reoccurring. They said that $1,200, $600, $1,400 stimulus checks, 3 checks over the course of a year, they said simply is not enough when we have people, millions unemployed in the middle of a pandemic that can't go back to work, that have monthly bills. They're saying they need to get monthly checks, and they're calling for $2,000 per month stimulus checks occurring throughout the course of the pandemic. Now, they made that push yesterday. It just came out from 50 lawmakers in the House of Representatives. Now, if more information comes out about that, I'll be sure to let you guys know. But if they're going to make that modification to this bill that's going to be ready this week, it needs to happen right away. And also, keep in mind the fact that we're just a couple days away from February, and right now, the stimulus package that just got passed in December, that's signed into law, a lot of the provisions in it, including the extension of federal unemployment benefits, are set to expire March 14th. So that means we don't have a whole lot of time to get this taken care of. We need to get an official bill, and we need to get it voted on and passed right away. So lawmakers need to get that taken care of very soon. So when can we expect to see this stimulus package and the provisions in it, including stimulus checks, passed, and when can we see it hit our accounts? Well, let's take a look at an article that just came out yesterday that's going to provide us with a little bit more information. Now it says, third stimulus check. When could we get a $1,400 check? Now, originally in a previous video, I let you guys know lawmakers were saying that it could be as early as February. Well, we have some updated information in this article. And now they're saying, we saw proposed a $1.9 trillion stimulus package roll out from Joe Biden, and included in it was those $1,400 stimulus checks that they were calling $2,000 plus up. The $1,400 added on to the $600 you got for a total of $2,000. Now, what we're hearing is that the price tag of the relief package, there is some pushback coming from Republican lawmakers. They're resisting it. They're saying that it's too high at $2 trillion, and they would like to see the overall price tag reduced down to maybe 1.5 or 1 trillion. They're saying it's too much, too fast. We just passed a $900 billion stimulus package. But they're saying that most analysts think that lawmakers on both sides of the aisle will back the idea of $1,400 direct payments, which economists view as a lifeline for many cash-strapped workers who lost their jobs or have seen their income plummet during the pandemic. All right, guys, so here it is. Now, let's go ahead and read when we can expect to see the next stimulus package and stimulus checks passed into law. Now, this is the latest that we have according to top Democratic political leaders. So the article says the U.S. economy contracted by 3.5% last year, its largest annual decline in 74 years, according to government data released on January 28th. Now, last year was the worst year of the U.S. economy since World War II. That alone should send very powerful message to senators who are getting ready to debate pandemic legislation and caution them against going small, said Senator Ron Wyden. Now, Wyden said that he would like to see the next relief bill passed at least a week prior to the March 14th expiration of expanded unemployment benefits, which included an extra $300 in weekly jobless aid. I'm not going to let jobless workers fall off the cliff again, he said, referring to the expiration of additional jobless aid from two prior relief packages. So in other words, what we're hearing from Senator Wyden is that he wants to pass it around the first week of March. Now, in addition to that, we also heard Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer of New York say that he too is aiming to pass the next round of stimulus aid by mid-March, according to Bloomberg News. So you guys, before we were hearing it was going to be the beginning of February, and now we're hearing that they're probably going to be passing it somewhere in the beginning or middle of March. Now the expiration, as we heard, is March 14th, so if they don't get something passed right away, once again, we're going to be seeing millions of Americans seeing the end of their provisions. So hopefully they're going to be hitting that first week of March deadline that they're setting for themselves, or hopefully it'll be sooner than that. Now, the article does clarify that the good news is, well, the checks are pretty much a done deal. They're saying that there's pretty much bipartisan support, and as we progress through the process, that Republicans are more and more so getting on board to get out stimulus checks. However, they would like to see them more targeted, and they would like to see a smaller overall price tag for the stimulus package. And as I let you guys know, we've heard that the eligibility requirements for who can get a check could be modified. We've heard them potentially getting cut in half. Now, as more information rolls out on that, I'll be sure to let you guys know. So when can we expect to see these stimulus checks actually hit bank accounts? Well, according to this article, it says it's looking like another round of stimulus checks may not land in bank accounts until mid or late March, based on Schumer's new time frame. And it says the Senate Majority Leader acknowledged that the next round of fiscal stimulus remains about a month to 6 weeks away, and he said that on January 26th. Now, after the relief bill passes Congress, it has to get signed into law, and then the IRS has to start distributing the funds. So what they're saying is it's possible that it will be the end of March or maybe even early April. And one last modification to these checks that's very important to know is that they're trying to include adult dependents. Now, as you know, they got left out in the last rounds. Now they're saying they're going to be included in this one. So millions more are going to be included in this next round of stimulus checks. Well, you guys, that is the latest that we currently have as of today, January the 29th, regarding the stimulus checks and the stimulus packages. And of course, as more information rolls out, know that I'll be sure to keep you guys up to date here on the channel. And once again, if you made it this far and you haven't already, why don't you just take a second to smash that like button? I would appreciate it. It helps out the channel. And also, if you're not already a part of the viewing community, be sure to smash the subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so that way, as soon as I upload videos, you can be notified right away. And if you don't already, be sure to follow me on Instagram as well at SteveRam3. Well, you guys, I hope this reaches you well. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.